I'm Meredith with Extreme Terrain, and welcome to this installment of Customer Builds. Now, this is a series where we showcase different rigs from our customer build pages right here on our site to hopefully give you some ideas or even some inspiration for your ride at home. Now, in this episode, we're going to be catching up with Brian from Florida about his 2014 JKU. If you want to see more about Brian's build, including a full breakdown of his mods list, you can check out his page on the site, or for those of you watching right here on YouTube, you can click the link down below. So what do you say we connect with Brian and check out his build? Hey Brian, how are you doing?
Doing great, how about you?
I am great myself. I can't wait to jump into your build. So you have a 2014 JKU, as I understand, and it is pretty decked out.
This is our daily driver. This is actually my wife's Jeep, not mine. She's even got a badge on there going, not his Jeep.
So starting off with the foundation, can you tell me a little bit more about your wheel and tire setup, what you have going on there, and kind of why you chose that?
So the Jeep actually came with the 35-inch knitted trail grappler MT. I like the size. The mud terrains have given me much more grip off-road than an all-terrain would. These kind of give me some nice on-road performance. There is a little bit of a roar, but not bad on the road noise. These are really nice handling on the road. They air down nice and clean up very, very well.
Yeah, those wheels are also a really nice combo with that aggressive tire. I think that they look pretty clean with the tire. Do you have a suspension to back that up?
Yes. So the Jeep came with a 4-inch lift kit. It does flex out and articulate quite well. We added in some disconnect sway bars for up front, and then recently we've actually upgraded the drag link and tie rod because, believe it or not, when you wheel it off-road, it does kind of wear out the stock parts.
It seems like you have a pretty heavy-duty setup with that new steering system.
Yes, I've been really happy with the TerraFlex heavy-duty setup. It's a lot heavier than the stock, so now it's just a matter of addressing every time you upgrade, you find a new weak spot. We upgrade this, we are going to upgrade that next. And you keep doing it until you try to find all your little weak links. So by the end, it'll probably not be stock at all. Very little will be stock anymore.
And have you re-geared at all, or?
Yes, we went with the G2 gears and been very happy with that setup. Off-road, I've really liked the kind of the four-load, the more the crawl that I was getting with the new gears. But then again, when you're on road, it's just nice for the transmission to finally find that fifth gear again.
Yeah, it is quite the experience after you have upgraded everything and you just need that one extra thing for that comfort when you're on the street, making sure that you're not completely maxing out that transmission. It is a really nice feeling.
It did fine. We off-roaded it with the stock gears and the tires, and it did okay. But man, what a difference in the performance. The Jeep just worked easier. The biggest performance was that the Jeep did not have to work as hard, whether on-road or off-road with the new gears. I went with the 488s to kind of give me that happy medium of both on-road and off-road performance.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. And all of the foundation, that's what's going to kind of get you through, but you have a lot more on the Jeep as well. So I kind of want to talk about all the armor that you have on the Jeep. Starting up in the front, can you tell me a little bit more about what you have up there?
So we went with the Smittybilt XRC Gen 2 series for the front and rear bumper. I went with that because, again, I do flat tow it behind a 40-foot motorhome, and I figured if it's good enough to tow with, it should be good enough to recover from. The recovery points are very, very important to me, setting that foundation for the recovery and just having the ease of being able to mount directly to the bumper for the tow bar.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's working out well for you. And a lot of people, like you said before, have to choose based off of their application. And if that's what you're doing, a lot of the time you definitely want something that's going to be strong and hold up, especially on those recovery points. Now, moving to more of the side, can you tell me about the armor that you have going on there as far as like fenders or side armor or side steps?
So we went with the Barricade front and rear fenders. I just really like the design of those, especially with the LEDs. They're very bright. I've actually not turned on my headlights at night and forgot. So they're very, very bright at night. Very happy with those. And yes, those have been used as armor, especially playing up in the mountains. So it gives me the max articulation for the front and rear. And the side steps were the Smittybilt XRC again. But the Barricade and the Smittybilt have played very, very nice together. so it looks like it's all uniform. And also went with the Smittybilt inner fender kits just to kind of match everything up. She wanted the look and performance as well, so it wasn't just about going off-road. She wanted this to be style nice. She wanted it to be badass.
I definitely agree. I think that that's a very important decision when you're looking at parts. And what I can say, and what I did say before when I was looking at your profile, very clean. I really like the look of a very clean JK, but you can tell that it is incredibly functional at the same time. So you did mention the rear bumper, and I assume you have a tire carrier with that as well?
Yeah, so again, we went with the Smittybilt XRC rear bumper with the LED lights. Backing up at night when on the trails is very important. So we went with the tire carrier for the Smittybilt XRC as well, and been very happy with that because you just open the tailgate and it's on the pivot arm attached to the bumper, alleviating some of the stress of putting a 35-inch tire on that tailgate. I do not want to take that one on and off of that tire carrier at all, but it's there in case I need it, and I just really hope that I don't need it.
Yeah. Now, you did talk a little bit about the lighting in the rear of your Jeep. Can you tell me a little bit more about the other lighting that you have?
So we changed out both the taillights and the headlights, and we've actually added in some rock lights. We actually got a really cool shot of us in the slot canyon, and the light bars, rock lights, everything lit up like a Christmas tree. So the lighting has been fun. We actually added in LED lighting on the interior. It's got a nice audio system to kind of go with the music, and it looks like there's a party inside the Jeep.
It sounds like it. No, it definitely does. And since, kind of we're on the topic of the interior, can you tell me more about the upgrades that you've done in there?
Yes, so we added in the calfskin leather seats with the cold weather package, and then we added in the Alpine i209 freestyle kit. And the advantage of that was not only the Apple CarPlay, the larger touchscreen unit, but also the ability to have front and rear cameras, as well as a 12-volt control module. So we are able to turn on all of our lighting, also able to run our winch if we want to, all controlled from the head unit itself.
Yeah, those Alpine units really can do it all, and they have a laundry list of features and what you can put on them as far as accessories. Do you have anything hooked up to that as far as your sound systems?
So we've replaced all the speakers with the JL audio, and also got a powered 10-inch subwoofer sitting in the back. It's just a night riser funner when you have the light show and the music playing as well.
It sounds like a really nice Jeep to not only daily drive, but take out camping, take out on the trail, and just have an overall experience with it.
One of the other reasons we went with the Alpine i209 as well is because we do take the top down. We wanted something that was going to hold up, buy it once and be done. If the top's down and we do get caught by the rain, which has happened on more than one occasion, we wanted to make sure that if it did get wet, it would be able to hold up as well. If it does get wet by the rain, it's not going to be ruined.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a really good setup there. And talking about the soft top, it's almost like a luxury, but it holds up very well, and it's actually a lot thicker than some of the Black Diamond or like the sailcloth materials.
The other fabrics are good, but the Florida Sun is brutal. But the 12, we've had it on for a little over a year now, and it's just held up very well. I've been able to clean it using the Best Shop products for the cleaning, but it's been holding up very, very well in the Florida Sun. It's not faded at all, even in a little bit.
Let's talk a little bit about performance. We kind of covered everything, but you do have some performance aids on the Jeep, and I would assume that's just kind of to keep it going with those large wheels and tires and that lift kit. Can you tell me a little bit more about your performance?
So we went with a cold air intake to start off with, and then wanted the dual exhaust. So did the axle back exhaust from Extreme Terrain on that one to give me not only the performance, but the sound. And then with the gears, I ended up going with the tuner as well.
Last but not least, what is your next mod? What do you have planned? Do you have anything planned? Any future ideas for what you're going to do?
The suspension is the big thing. I think the suspension lift to be a little bit more comprehensive, to kind of go over the brake lines, extend the brake lines, new track bar that's adjustable, lower control arms that are adjustable, the mid-arm setup, as well as drive shafts.
All right, well, I think that we covered it all. Thank you so much for telling me about your build. Again, I really think that it's a clean build, and not only does it look good, but it is incredibly functional. And And yeah, thank you for telling me more about your decision process on a lot of these things and why you do what you do.
All right, well, thank you for reaching out. It's been a great time talking to you today.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Customer Builds. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more cool content like this, as well as other product videos and install videos, and always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.